You know, there's a lot of people out there that have a certain look to them, and then you look at their occupation and you look at the people that they're around, and then you figure to yourself, I bet you they're one of those type of people. And Turhan Knight falls into that category. Now, this guy right here used to, as in past tense, work for the Louisville Police Department. And a few days ago, he decided that he was going to post a video, or someone recorded him and posted a video of him talking about the department, and on top of that, mocking Breonna Taylor. And when I say mocking her, I'm talking about making fun of her death and even calling her out of her name. Yes, this is a whole black man saying that he called this woman a B. And I'm gonna go into the details of it when I start to read the article. Well, he no longer has to worry about going back into work because he got fired from his position, and we know they ain't about to transfer him. Now, you know, when we say when it comes to PC cops, they don't get fired, they get transferred. Well, when black cops get fired, they get fired. There is no transferring. And like I said, he has the whole aesthetic. That clean shaven face tells it every single time. Not saying that there aren't any samples that have that are out there that have facial hair, you know, don't fit into the mold, but a lot of times we see those types coming a mile away. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the article. And before I get into it, I'm glad that I waited for the shoe to drop, because I told you I found out about this story a couple days ago, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it, or maybe I could have inserted it into a live stream. But now that this has come up, who am I to pass up on a triple P opportunity? And many of you probably don't even know or are aware of the story unless you live out there. A black Louisville cop was fired after he filmed a parody recruitment video telling people they can kill for free while mocking Breonna Taylor's death. Turhan Knight, a corrections officer since 2018, was terminated from his position on Thursday after city officials learned of the video, which he mocked the death of the 26-year-old black woman. She was killed while she slept on March 13, 2020, when police conducted a no-knock raid and burst into her apartment, shooting off 32 shots, 6 of which struck Taylor, killing her. The video shows Knight in his full uniform walking past the row of police vehicles at the Kentucky State Fair as he tells those people watching, "I'd like to talk to you today about coming in. Join our team to answer the call. Brother, we need you," Knight continues in the video, noting, "We're going through many ups and downs in the city trying to repair broken relationships. And brother, we need you," he repeats. I wonder who he was saying brother to. Because a lot of these times, people like him probably is telling that to a PC man. Just being honest. And that's what we put on our trucks. Answer the call, be a part of a great police department, he says. Never mind what happened to Breonna Taylor. We killed that B. That's what came out of his mouth. Knight then walks up to another armored vehicle asking viewers, do you want to drive vehicles like this and fly in planes? Do you want to be able to unlimited time off duty? Do you want to be able to support your family? Do you want to kill people and be able to get off forward? He continues. Join Louisville Metro Police Department, answer the call. Now, as I'm reading this, I see what he was trying to do. He was basically putting himself, like saying, I guess in a way, this is, I don't know. And this is not me giving him an out, but I think I see the other angle in which he was trying to do, but it was just poorly executed. He was making it seem like, or trying to come at it from an angle of him calling out the police department. If you was going to do that, there were so many other ways that you could have did it. One of them was not in your uniform, while clearly on duty, because if you're in your uniform 9 times out of 10, you're most likely on duty. So as I'm reading what he said in that video, I see the angle he was aiming for. It was just extremely poorly executed, and I still don't feel bad for him. I don't. Especially, you got to think about, like, this is in the middle of a time when they just, excuse me, like charged most of them, with the exception of the one that fired the fatal shot, with her murder. And then you decide to put this out here. Timing is everything. Like I said, I see what he was trying to do. It just was extremely poorly executed. And then as a black man, that was really not a good look. Of course, we would expect that to come from PC because that's PC. But now having it come from you, it really doesn't look right. Democratic Mayor Greg Fisher called the video hideous in the aftermath. There is zero excuse for his insensitivity, the mayor said in a statement. He has brought great shame upon Metro Corrections and all of Louisville Metro government. I deeply apologize to the family of Breonna Taylor and all of the hardworking and ethical employees of Louisville Metro government, he continued. One person will not tarnish the good work we attempt to do on behalf of our residents. I mean, that's good and all that the apology is coming from the mayor, but it should be coming from him because he's the one that put the video out there and he's the one that upset Breonna Taylor's family. So, I mean, that's why I hate when it comes to apologies, because either they don't sound genuine or they're not coming from the people that they're supposed to come from. And a statement from Metro Corrections confirmed the jail fired him as soon as officials were able to confirm the video existed and watched it themselves. Director Jerry Collins was disgusted by the content of the video and moved as quickly as possible to terminate, the statement to the Courier-Journal read. Knight's behavior is unacceptable and does not reflect the professionalism and spirit of service that we strive for at the LMDC. Meanwhile, Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, described the video in a statement to WDRB. I think the video is in very poor taste and I'm disgusted that he thought a joke about my daughter's death was a laughable moment. It continues to show me that the LMPD and those who work for them have no regard for their criminal actions against my daughter and continue to disrespect me and my family. And I'm glad that her mother said that because, again, that department is under so much scrutiny and has probably been under so much scrutiny since what happened with Breonna Taylor. And him doing this, it does not help that they're trying to clear their name, even though I don't think they're really going to get too clear of this because it's been a dark cloud hovering over them. But now they have more added heat with him doing what he did. So them firing him was no hard task for them. And then he's a black man. It was even easier. The local police union has now said it will not be defending Knight in his termination hearings. That, again, I feel nothing for him. With Daniel Johnson telling the Journal the video was absolutely horrible and there is no place in the uniform for anyone that would do something so insensitive. We believe the termination was absolutely justified and was the right decision, he said, adding, Knight's views and opinions of LMPD does not reflect those of FOP Lodge 77. So you gotta think this guy did two things. He killed two birds with one stone. One, he disrespected Breonna Taylor in the video, and two, he pretty much disrespected his place of employment. What did he think they were going to do? Like, really? You disrespected a dead black woman who was murdered by people who used to work in the department you work for, and you disrespected your place of employment while they're still going through this investigation. Like, what did he think was actually going to happen? But see, he must have, I don't know, he must have thought he was one of them good ones. He must have thought he was invincible. He must have, I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the people that frequented Brandon Fakem's YouTube channel. I wonder if Fakem is actually aware of this and if is he going to comfort and console this individual? You know, I mean, considering all the stuff and the bad things he said about Breonna Taylor, it's just unfortunate because unfortunately he can't get fired from a YouTube channel because that man has said a boatload of disparaging things about her. And of course, other black people, but I'll limit it to her since she's a focal point of this video, of this discussion. But speaking to the Journal, Knight said he posted the video online after putting in his 2-week notice, and Friday was supposed to be his last day on the force anyway. Well, good riddance. I mean, did you hit his tone? It's almost like I'm about to leave anyway. Well, good riddance. He said the video was a joke based on his feelings about how some officers handled past situations. And you know what? Like, what did I just say? I called that before I read his little statement that this was a mocking of the department about how they handle situations such as that. But again, it was executed poorly. And him being a black man and Breonna Taylor being a black woman and her being murdered at the hands of people he used to work with, it just didn't. He should have thought that through more thoroughly, or better yet, not have posted it at all. Some things or a lot of things are not for internet consumption. Otherwise, he would still have a job. But see, now, even if that is was his intent. And let's play devil's advocate and say that it was his intent. Like I said, it doesn't look good for him. He's fired. He's not getting that job back. And good luck trying to find another police job, because your face is going to be plastered everywhere. And because this case has pretty much hit the airwaves around the nation, good luck finding any place of employment, even outside of the city, county, or let alone the state of Kentucky. He said he never meant to offend Taylor or her family, noting that he has close ties with the family of Kenneth Walker. Well, if that's the case, why did you even do it? If you have close ties to Kenneth Walker, who was there, he could have lost his life that night. As a matter of fact, he almost lost his life 2 times. 1, he could have died. 2, he almost lost his life to the court system when they charged him with attempted murder. Thank God the on-code judge, Olu Stevens, had them charges dropped. So why didn't you take that into consideration? Again, you're not thinking. Knight then sent the newspaper an additional statement over the weekend saying, "I should have received punishment. I don't deny that, but blatant lies told against me to look good for media purposes is just wrong. I hope that I can be forgiven. I pray I will," he said in the statement. "I made a terrible decision. There aren't enough apologies that I can give right now, but I am deeply remorseful." Knight added that he is planning to hire a lawyer to represent him in his termination hearings. The killing of Taylor, along with the other 2020 killings of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, sparked outrage and galvanized protests that peaked in intensity during that summer. Yeah, and the rest of it is pretty much going through the legalities of the other cops, and it goes away from his story, which we're focusing on right now. But like I said, I knew that's probably what it was. Like when I was reading it, I said, I wonder if he's doing this as a way to mock how his department gets down. But like I said, even if that's the case, and it probably was, it just doesn't sound right. And like I said, it was just executed poorly. It was executed in poor taste. And at the end of the day, the only people that really have a say in this is the department itself and Breonna Taylor's family. And if they want you gone and they're not accepting your apology, at this point, there's really nothing you can do. Even with him hiring that lawyer to deal with his termination proceedings, it's still not going to be a good look. My thing is, did you not think he was going to get back to them? I mean, look at you. You was in your police uniform, like the one he has on right here in this picture, and your face is all in the camera. And then what made it worse is that when you said and referred to Breonna Taylor as a B, that really didn't make it sound any better. Again, we know that you was making a mock video, but still at the same time, be careful of what you're mocking. This is still a very sensitive event we're dealing with here. Again, he did in that video what a lot of his PC counterparts or his PC constituents have been known to do, and a lot of times get away with. And he thought he could do the same exact thing, even with his motive intact, and it still didn't work in his favor. Again, I feel absolutely nothing for him. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the commentary. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Share, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you go ahead and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live. And also, just in case the bell isn't working for you, I upload my videos in a Premiere format, so be sure to hit that notification button. That'll either be in the bottom left or bottom right corner of the thumbnail of the video. The links will be down in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.